Dude, it's the universe. It pays you back. If you want money, give away money. You want smiles, give away smiles. You want energy, give away good energy. You like whatever you want, just keep giving it. It doesn't mean I'm going to give $10 and someone's going to return 20. That may not happen for years and years, but as long as you keep giving and giving and giving, the universe wants to give back.
This is about control, everybody knows, everyone complies, we're the kinds of pros, I don't need a plane, I just hit the road, I do what I want, I can't sell my soul, market about to crash, this is what you chose, ruining the country, I think that's the goal, you gon' take the mark, I take narrow roads, I'm a man of God, I can never fold.
All right, here we go. Welcome to the Protect Your Purpose podcast, where we talk whiskey, business, friends, family, and freedom. I'm your host, Matt Marchese, and this is my co-host, Zach, still not eating a lot. Grady.
Back to not eating anything.
Yeah, not eating anything again. Grady, welcome to the show, buddy.
Again.
Dude, so happy to be back. Honey, today we have a special guest. And of course...
It sounded like you were calling me honey, because you didn't introduce her.
Well, I'm just excited.
Welcome to be back, honey. And also a special guest.
Yeah. Honey, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be back. I've missed...
Your audio is sounding beautiful in my ears.
The band is back together.
Yeah, exciting. High fives across the table.
Be careful,
That's what
my
I'm
hands are
talking
sore.
about. That was good. A little trifecta high five. Dude, I'm excited to be back in here with the two of you. Why have you been gone so much, Lindy?
Well, oh my goodness, these animals.
She's a working girl.
She is.
I've been working on the farm a lot.
Yeah,
these animals are a lot of work.
You moved into retirement, and all of a sudden you're like, I got to go clean up goat shit.
No
I don't have time
for
to
podcast.
Yeah.
No, I love it.
Well, that's all going to change because you're back, and we're back.
Back.
All right, we're back. Zach is back. All right.
Matt is...
So...
said fat. No.
Why do you...
It just rhymed.
It just.
You were going to call me Fat Matt on the air?
I couldn't think of another
You
rhyme.
know I'm self-conscious about my weight.
I couldn't think of another rhyme.
I'm not self-conscious about my weight.
I
don't
know
give
you're
a
not.
Shit, by the way.
You call yourself Fat Matt frequently.
I am a shapeshifter. Sometimes I am Fat Matt. Sometimes I'm Skinny Matt. I've got several wardrobes for when Fat Matt's around.
Sometimes you're.
Sometimes I'm built like a brick shit house.
Yep.
Yeah. Listen, and let's hop right into that. So we've got a couple promises from last episode that Zach and I were going to talk about, and then all of a sudden, boom, somebody dropped a bomb on our plan. Do you remember last episode where we were like, hey, we haven't drank whiskey because we went on 75 hard, and then we took some time off for the holidays, and we had lots, and then you did a long fast, and all of a sudden we get back on, we're like, man, it feels good to be back. We can drink some whiskey, and next episode, folks, we're going to do some new whiskeys. 24 hours later, you drop a bomb on us.
Yep.
What
Tell
bomb
us,
is that?
No, why don't you tell us what bomb that is? You know what bomb it is.
Yeah, so the cool thing about surrounding yourself with people that do fun shit is they like to ask you to join and include you in them. So when I did the 7-day, I didn't have to talk hard Joel into it very hard, but I came to him with the idea. And then he texts me randomly and says, what do you think about 100-hour? Add 100 miles of cycling, add 100 pull-ups, add 100 push-ups, add 100 sit-ups, add 100 burpees, and add 100 hours of meditation.
Minutes.
That's what I said.
I know. I heard you. We all heard
Just
you.
meditate for the whole 100 hours.
Yes, 100 hours. We call that sleeping. Hibernation is what we call that. Well,
and of course, I was like, well, can't back down from a challenge, so here we are. And I knew when I posted it would be a matter of time before Matt Marchese rolled up in my DMs.
how long was it?
Not very long.
Listen, I was jealous on the last one.
The 7 day?
Yeah, but I wasn't. My jealousy turned to gratitude on like day 6 when I saw you, and I was like, ooh, Zach's looking a little rough. I'm sure I'm happy I didn't do that. But last time you and Joel did this show has become about how are we going to punish ourselves by way of not eating and physical activity. Thanks to Joel, I think is when that started when he came on the show.
Yeah, big part of it.
But hey, man, inspiration, and it really does help us do hard shit. Lindy and I had been talking I don't know, over the last couple weeks, just kicking around the idea of what's going to be our next, difficult challenge that we're going to put ourselves up to. And, sometimes you get caught in a cycle of just talking about shit. And
So while he was in the bathroom yesterday, we were in the same location for our son's basketball game.
He went to the bathroom to text you about the plan.
well, I was excited about it, and I couldn't wait until I got out of the bathroom. So I was like, well, I'm going to kill two birds with one stone.
You committed while on the toilet.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good
Well,
for
no,
you.
I committed prior to that. I was in the parking lot when I committed. I saw your post.
Gotcha.
And I was like, I'm in. Now all I got to do is convince Lindy. But I had some, I knew it wasn't going to be that hard to convince her because we had already talked about what we're going to, we're going to do something next. And now I will tell you, it was not this. It was not fucking 10 hours of cycling or whatever this is going to take me to do this, and pull-ups, which I can't do. It wasn't this, what we were planning. But I thank you guys for being leaders, man.
Yeah,
Everybody
welcome.
needs a leader.
Welcome.
The shit you put me through.
I consider it. I don't know. It's like an honor when people reach out to me with things like that. Like, hey, you want to do?
agree.
Like, obviously they think you're one, willing to do it, two, able to do it,
Right.
Motivated enough to do it.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to say no to a lot of those things just because
I'm almost.
they're
going
to
to
stop asking. They're going to stop asking
Right.
you because that dude's never up for anything. So not
I'm
going to
ask him anymore. That's right.
Yeah,
So,
I agree with that.
You feel that way
I don't
too?
want to be not asked,
yeah,
but
exactly.
I
I also don't want to do it. So
I want
Is
to
there
pick I want to pick and choose what I do, but I love the short challenges. I was just telling Matt last night. I'm like, the 75 hard is great and all, but he was like, it's not a challenge. It's a it's a program. It's a lifestyle, which is true. But I love the challenge for a few days. So that's why it didn't take me very long to. I'm like, sure.
Those are
let's go.
challenges.
4
But
days, I can knock
There
that
was
out.
no preparation at all. He was like, I said, what are we gonna have for dinner? And he's like, ribeye. And I'm like, okay. We
There
went
it
home.
is.
We ate a huge, 4 actually. He cut up
Stack of ribeyes.
and we filled ourselves up and started at. I think it was actually like 6:08 or something. I don't know.
Dude, the night before, I had thrown the ribeyes in the sous vide, and then we didn't end up eating them just because we just didn't get home in time, and it was too late. So I just throw them back in the fridge, and then it was it was ready. It was meant to be. I was meant to start that fast. But then I reached out to Zach, and I'm like, he messaged me back. I'm like, I'm in. And he's like, I knew it. I fucking knew it. And I didn't know what you meant, but now I do. And then I texted him and was like, so when are you doing this? He was like, well, Joel already started. I'm like, you just posted this like 10 minutes ago. Like, what do you mean he already started? He's already on it. He basically, started without me. And then he's like, and I'm starting now. So I'm like, holy shit. So we're going. It's go time. So I texted a few people because I don't have any ask life balance either. I'm like, listen, I'm going to text you. You said, make sure you let me know on the next time you do something hard.
Right.
I texted you, and then I said to several people, and I don't want to hear any bullshit excuses because I just found out about this like 10 minutes ago, and I'm committed too.
Yep.
And 10 minutes later, my wife was also committed, so I don't want any of your bullshit. But I'm excited about it. Right now, we sure are giving up time,
We are
friends.
a fifth of the way done.
Yeah,
Right.
it's
we're
early.
we're in like 20 hours right now, which is an almost everyday thing
Yeah.
for us.
It's early. What's your plan? What's your plan on? You have a plan to get all of the things done, or are you just
I
winging
very
it?
rarely have a plan. But
Seems about right.
I guess I was just shooting for 25% a day, 4-day fast, 25%.
But
I
what
know
if-
you had mentioned, try to knock it out early. So if you're fatigued day 3 or 4,
Right.
you don't have to do as much.
I'm front loading all the work.
But I already know how I'm going to feel. So, because the
Oh,
7-day prepared me for that.
That's
So
true.
But did you work out every day with the 7-day?
A lot. Most.
You did. Okay.
Probably 3 or 4 of the days, yeah. Not
Okay.
every day, but
Were you
So-
fatigued at the end?
no, not too bad. So electrolytes is key, obviously. Keep them.
Electrolytes, baby.
But I just thought it was really cool. Like, I've kind of done intermittent fasting, for a while, and then done like longer fasts, the 24s, 48s. And Joel kind of propelled me into doing them more seriously. But I think it's cool just seeing all these other people interested in trying
so
it,
great.
man.
Yeah.
I didn't realize a lot of my friend group would even want to try or think about trying. But every time I post, there's like a new person who like jumps in and is like, I'm interested in either it's intermittent or a longer fast or things like that. I'm like, man, that's really cool.
Yep.
It's called leadership, bro.
I just had a friend text me, my friend Amanda. She's like, okay, I'm in. How do I do this? I want to do this. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
All right.
I've had several
It's
people.
a good feeling.
It goes quick.
And then once you do one, you're like, you understand kind of the benefit of it and how it makes you feel. And you're like, okay, I get it now.
Yep.
And you
just drink
keep
water
going.
through those hunger pains. That's it. And stay busy. That's my...
And for funsies, let's tie this into the reason why we started this show. Because I can confidently say that, but specifically me, felt like we had a lack of purpose in this world, which is why so many people attach on to the talking points and the agenda, if you will. And it's easy to find purpose in the bullshit that we're fed, when the reality is we need to be finding purpose in our communities and in ourselves and in our business and our friendships. And the way we can find purpose, another way we can find purpose is by pushing ourselves and challenging ourselves. And we here on the show believe that that's how we're going to make a difference. Our behaviors and making ourselves better. It's a progress. I'm a work in progress. I say it all the time. I'm not, I'm far from perfect. I have body fat to lose. I've got gains that I need to have in my personal life, in my business, like in my marriage. We're not perfect in any way, but what you're both describing is a testament to our show, and the reason why we did it is if we can make a small impact, if we can make one person, help one person challenge themselves to better themselves and move in the opposite direction of what the agenda pushes us towards, then we're doing it. And that's why I say yes to these stupid shit. I didn't even say yes. You didn't even ask me. Why didn't you ask me?
Because I knew.
Yeah, because you knew.
I knew if I posted it.
You were just going to taunt me. Yeah.
I should have said something to my wife or something just so I could verify, but I was like, what's the over-under on when Matt's going to message me about this?
2 seconds. As soon as I saw the post. Yeah, you started by just like talking about whatever, a prior experience in your fast, and I was like, oh, okay. Oh, he's got a surprise at the end of this. I'm interested. Okay, a little hook there. I was hooked.
Got him.
Anyway, here we are. All right, well, so we're surely more to come. I'm proud of you, honey, for doing all the dumb shit that I do, that Zach does, that Joel does, that all the rest of our friends are seemingly hopping on board on. So we're with.
It's fun, and it's the benefits of it are what I love. It's not the weight loss at all. It just comes with it. But the what's that word called?
Mental clarity? Autophagy.
Autophagy. I was close.
Oh, that's good.
I mean, that's,
we're trying to live longer.
Cool. So whenever I feel a hunger pain, I just curse at my body like, "No, you're not. You can, keep going for."
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we got our blood work done the other day, and lady was like, "What's your plan? What's your goal?" I'm like, "What? My goal to live longer, So anytime we can push ourselves into longer life, I'm usually in. I think this might help that. So
for sure.
Anyway, so we've got another hot topic, and I'm sure you want to talk about it, and that is. Listen, let me have it. I'm prepared. Maybe I'm not prepared.
So if you listen to our last episode, one, if you haven't, go back and listen to that first, because this conversation might not make a whole lot of sense. But we talked about the Super Bowl conspiracies and sports being rigged and all of the things. And the conspiracy was that the Ravens and the Niners were going to the Super Bowl because of the color scheme involved with the logo of Super Bowl, whatever we're at now. But It's now the Chiefs and 49ers. So what say you, Matthew?
Aren't they the same colors?
Are you?
Aren't they the same colors? Only one has the Pfizer representatives and all of the influence over our youth.
Travis Kelce.
With the Ravens, though? Ravens are
No.
a completely different color.
I'm aware
Okay.
that the Ravens
I didn't
are a
know,
different
dude.
color.
You've
Did
been
you
out
watch
of the
the
game
last
for a little
episode?
while.
Did you listen? Because I discussed the fact that I knew what color the
You didn't know who Lamar Jackson was. so.
Tennessee Ravens were. Okay. I know my sports. Listen, here's the deal. There has been more talk in the last 30 days about the outside of the conspiracy theorist world, which is a world where I reside.
Mm-hmm.
We've been saying for years that the world is a stage. And when people say, what do you mean the world is a stage? We say the football games that you spend all day Saturday, all day Sunday, and all your money on, and then all night Monday, and then Thursday, and then when we're overseas, Wednesday. And then next thing you know, you got 7 days of sports that are consuming all of your time, and it's entertainment. And like a TV show, it's got a script. We've been saying that shit for years. The news you watch, it's a script. Professional wrestling, it's a script. Like all of these things are a script. That's the way I see. That's sort of the filter I run things through. Is this a script? Because it sure is entertaining. And to have something like reality TV, is reality TV a script? Like we can all agree that The Bachelor is totally scripted.
Yeah.
Because it's up to the producers. It's up to, the keepers of the entertainment to be entertaining. And if something's going to fall flat, the ratings will tank, and it's easier just to script it and make sure it's entertaining.
You got to keep the crazy people on.
Yeah, of course. So I stand by, I still hold the same position. The question is, did
everything change since all this came out?
Yeah, the fact that the conspiracy surrounding the potential scripted nature of professional sports over the last 30 days has heightened. Did we force them into changing the script? Is that a possibility?
Sure.
Yeah.
Anything's possible.
So I have a guy. I actually sent you these. So as soon as we finished recording our last episode that day, all of a sudden my Instagram feed just was like, I'm telling you, every time I swiped up, it was another video of NFL's rigged. Sports are rigged. I'm like, holy shit. How did they? And I don't know if I searched up a video or something, but next thing you know, I'm like, holy, there's more information than I ever thought. There's a lot of people in this little ecosystem of NFL or rigged sports. So I started following this guy, and then he gets on the interwebs and says something about, I'm sorry, the night we broke the whatever, the system or whatever, because then it wasn't going to be the 49ers, right? They played the Lions.
Right.
I still haven't yet to watch a single play of football this year. So correct me if I'm wrong. I'm counting on you on this.
Gotcha.
But this dude calls the Lions victory. And he's like, well, it's over. We will have 2 different teams in the Super Bowl.
Right.
And then was there like a fourth quarter?
The Niners were down 17 at halftime and getting stomped like in every aspect of the game, and then came out in the second half and scored like 20 some unanswered and ended up winning by 3. So yeah, there was a comeback.
Let me ask you this. If you were to want the same outcome, we'll call it the 49ers, which was the prediction of the Super Bowl winning. If you wanted the same outcome, but you wanted to throw off the script, how would you have done it differently than the last couple days of football? I don't even know what day they played. So I got to say couple days because I have no idea what day it was.
I mean, if you're throwing off the script, you let a different team in.
Check.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but why throw off the script now if it's been the script the whole time?
Yeah, maybe it's, I don't know. Maybe it's because they wanted to put it in our face, but not too much in our face. Maybe so they can debunk what
They wanted everybody to think Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift weren't going to the Super Bowl
Yeah.
all year.
Right? Or maybe, yeah. I can tell you one thing. They want the Pfizer salesman
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
in the Super Bowl
Yeah.
on the world stage. And if you're looking for a motive for that, I mean, it's relatively simple to find, like so they can sell more vaccines.
Yeah.
That would be it. So, yeah, I saw the outcomes of those. I thought for sure you might try to bring me,
I was going to.
yeah, and make me eat my words. But I'm super happy that your guys are still in the fight for you.
Here we go.
Yeah, so you've got an exciting days ahead, for sure.
Yeah, it's just like when I watch the games, because I watched the Niners game, and I'm trying to find, like, there's certainly moments where you could be like, man, was that on purpose? Like, did he drop that pass on purpose? You know, did that happen on purpose? But then something else will happen, just like a totally abnormal play that could not have been an accident or on purpose whatsoever. You're like, I mean, no way that was part of the script. I mean, bouncing off a guy's helmet and into the wide receiver's hands, like, I don't know, man. It's hard, but I still stand by it'd be a lot harder than you think probably to fake. There's just too many elements to a football game to fake it to that level. Now, could the refs be compromised? Absolutely. I mean, there's bad calls.
I think we know that they are,
Yeah.
don't we? Like, don't we have like documented proof that refs have been paid off to change
Before,
games?
yep, before. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I have no specific examples of that. That's just an assumption. Like,
They have. There's a documentary on one basketball. I think it was a basketball ref that was
sure.
definitely being paid off. To
Really?
make
And
calls.
he spoke out about it? Or what?
Yeah, I think he went to prison actually, but
Oh, really?
yeah.
Yeah, the stakes are high for sure. But if the people who basically run the world are in on it, then the stakes are not really high because they'll just pay for you to get out of that.
Yeah. Because, every game there's like calls that you could look at and be like, was that just a bad call? Or, because they are human also. I mean, you got to add that element. Like, they're not going to see everything. But
So
there are some.
your position is that you don't believe that the NFL is rigged at this
I
point.
don't believe the NFL is rigged to that extent. No.
Like, we don't, like, you believe.
Like that there's a script. I don't believe there's a script. Do I believe that Vegas can pay off a referee to
Do you believe that the Super Bowl champions are predetermined?
I do not. No.
That's interesting. What do you,
I don't.
you're not, I mean, obviously. You,
I don't know why we asked her to come in and talk about
well,
this. But.
we didn't. We just made her come on the show again. But I'm curious to know what your Lindy always
all
gives.
I hear is
Yeah.
I would have never believed it 2 years ago. Never. But now it all is just making sense to me.
Time will tell.
I don't know what the advantage, like,
Money.
I understand, but that's,
Entertainment.
you could do that game to game. But what's the advantage of predetermining the Super Bowl champion?
To make sure it's entertaining. Because if you let things go naturally, it tends to fall flat. Like, a team will just run away with it, and then, or they'll actually have the best lineup, and then they could beat the shit out of everyone, and then it's a no-brainer. To make sure it's entertaining and that there's drama and that it keeps the attention of, I don't know, what percentage of the population would you say is consumed by professional sports?
Pretty high.
A lot. Yeah, and the goal is to make sure.
But if they were gonna flip the script to that point, they would have put the Lions in, because anybody that wasn't a Niners fan that last night wanted the Lions to win, just because they suck every other year.
I mean, what's better for
But-
ratings, that they came super close and then in a fourth quarter upset they lost by
Nah,
3 and
they
gave
would have
it
probably got more ratings if the Lions were in. If I'm
You
being
think?
honest. Oh yeah, everybody was on. It was America's team at that point. But I don't know, man. I
You
know.
don't think-
Like I said, I'm not arguing there couldn't be a chance. Like, anything's possible.
Does America's favorite pro wrestler ever lose? And is it always a close loss?
I mean, that's just wrestling in general.
No, that's scripted entertainment,
Yeah,
bro.
Of course it is.
I'm just saying, if I was going to script entertaining, somebody's got to die off. I think, listen, again, as we said at last show, I think you're in good shape because you're a Niners fan. Bet your money on it.
I don't know if I'll do that, but
Bet your money on it. I don't think they need Travis Kelce to win the Super Bowl and Taylor Swift to win the Super Bowl because Taylor's a team member now.
That's the thing that drives me. Oh
yeah.
It's just so.
every
in your
time Travis
face.
does anything, they like flash to the wherever
I just
she's
can't
sitting.
believe how many people are just obsessed with them.
Mm.
But I don't watch
Swifties,
football,
Swifties.
Yeah.
It's not football players or football fans. I promise you that.
Would you
It's
believe it if
Swifties.
I told you that that's the way it was supposed to be?
so, yeah.
That's the way it was planned. Yeah. Hey, listen, I want to believe it too. So I'm with you on the I want to believe in the purity and the innocence of the NFL. I just don't think that's going to happen.
I just don't.
I just don't.
I
Yeah.
just don't.
I, want
just
to
don't.
believe it.
Anyway, I think we had a word. Zach?
Yep.
Okay.
Significance.
Yeah, what was it was significance, but in a different way.
Finding significance in things that don't really ultimately matter. Money, wealth, power. A lot of people hang their hat on or create their identity around those types of things when really all you need to, like, I have felt more, like, obviously I have a wife and kids and I lead my family, but I have felt more significance, like other people gaining value from me and being inspired by me and wanting to change and be better from
course.
something I've done, versus how much
Doing the
money I
everyday
have,
life
or if
or-
I have the nicest car, or the biggest house, or those types of things. Is finding something to bring you significance that actually matters, because a lot of people don't. They focus on the things that don't matter.
What say you, honey? What do you think?
It's a phrase.
I agree. Significance is the word?
Yeah. So we decided, no, we just decided we're going to talk about this word
Oh,
today and what it meant.
I'm going to look at the definition and then tell you.
All
my
right, check it
thoughts.
out. In the meantime, I think, it's, dude, it's an interchangeable word in so many ways with the word purpose. And significance, again, it's people are starving for it. We live in a society where people are in a constant state of search and longing for significance, and because they don't understand what you described as your greatest significance, they don't understand that that's how you achieve it. Instead, they find it somewhere else where it doesn't matter. Like they find it in, Facebook followers or likes or views, and they find it in money and material things. They find it in nice cars, and they find it in sports. They find it in someone else's significance and someone else's purpose. And that's where I look at it and go, I mean, that's cool that, I don't know, Travis Kelce is really good at whatever the fuck position he plays. But that's his significance. And for me to find my purpose in that, or my significance in that, you're not going to have that same effect. And the way I believe the way we achieve that is by doing hard things to inspire others to do them, and challenging yourself and pushing yourself, aside from kids. But if you look at children, that's what we do. We get to raise our kids. We get to make a daily impact on them in hopes to raise them as good as, as well as we can, and make them as good of humans as we possibly can. And it's someone that, our kids are people that we have like a natural born influence over. everyone else, you don't just have influence over them. You have to earn it. Kids are like, I'm your dad because I said so, because I'm your dad. That's why. And you can do whatever you want when you're 18 years old and you move out, which is what my dad used to say. But yeah, significance. I think it's an interesting topic, and I also think it's super important for people to find significance in the right things, so they can truly feel.
Yeah, like if
full,
you've never
happy.
Done something to better yourself, obviously, and hopefully inspire other people, but if you've never like gone out and volunteered your time to do something,
Yeah, man.
like you don't understand the feeling you get helping people that are in need, or even like I do for after church, we help out with like the kids programming, like even doing that, just seeing the kids, the joy on their faces, and you know, when they see me outside the room, they're like, Mr. Zach, you know, that type of stuff. Just little things like that to add value and significance to your life, purpose to your life.
Yeah.
If you've never done those things, man, you gotta get out and do it.
Yeah, man. You can find that in children so easily.
Right.
So much easier. Because they're longing for it. They're looking for leaders. And they're a clean slate in many cases. And they're looking for adults to show them some shit. I mean, I have several people from my childhood in youth sports, baseball, basketball, that I just remember the dads. You know, Larry Porto was one of them. One of my best friends in the world, Reese's dad. He was always so impactful to the kids. Everything from, sitting us down and telling us when we were effing up, or just a fist bump or a high five. That was what he did. He'd go around with these low fives. Every kid. He was just trying to influence the kids. Dan Cadden was another one. My dad was another one. Coached Little League. The Little League president he did everything with us. But influencing kids is a huge bucket filler, and it's so necessary. Which is why I'm not totally against youth sports.
Right.
Otherwise, I'd say it's a distraction.
Because it also adds value when it's not your kid. Somebody else is leading.
Even better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you said it's a natural. Obviously, your kids are naturally going to follow you. But if somebody else can inspire them and lead them, I think it has even a bigger impact almost.
For sure.
And we also do. I didn't mean to turn this into like all this shit I'm doing, but we volunteer at an event called Night to Shine. If you've never heard of it, it's the Tim Tebow Foundation. Actually, is a prom for special needs kids. And I've done this now for like 3 or 4 years, and it's one of my favorite nights of the year, just because the joy that these kids have coming to this prom. It's like they're the biggest event of their year, Really? Sometimes their life, maybe, if they haven't been before. It's just the coolest thing ever. And if you haven't brought joy to those people, if you haven't helped people, if you haven't, led children or done something, like, you need to get out and do stuff like that.
You used to do the
Teammates.
Yeah, the Teammates deal. Yep. What was that about? It's like a mentorship. It's a mentorship program, right?
Yep. Founded by Tom Osborne. And I think it's just a Nebraska program, but anybody can volunteer to go take, a student of any age and coach them, mentor them through.
Is it kind of like
their life?
Big brother, big sister? Isn't that a?
Yeah. It's very similar to that.
Yep.
But you just go meet with them, once or twice a week, and find out what's going on in their life. Help them with homework, do fun stuff, cook with them, whatever. And it's for an hour. I know.
You tearing up?
I don't even know why.
Do you remember your little teammate?
Oh, my gosh, of course, yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And she just had a baby. So she's, I think, 22, because that was a long time ago. But she was awesome.
Yeah, but even something like that girl probably needed you at that point in her life,
Yes.
Yeah,
she was amazing. It
There's
filled my cup for sure.
That's what people don't understand. Like, you're searching for significance. You're searching for purpose. The greatest life hack that I can give everyone is that you will find that in children. If you didn't have children, or you decided not to have children, like, or you couldn't have children, you know, God didn't bless you with children. Like, it's the ultimate blessing because it's every single day you have purpose. Every single day you have a reason to live. You have a reason to do better. Like, it's the significance that everyone, you know, I wish everyone could experience. Everyone should experience if they have the opportunity. But if you don't, find it in others' kids, and you know, find it in children somewhere else to help grow and mentor and give to a child, because kids need it.
Yep.
And it will give you that satisfaction and that significance and that purpose to lift you. Giving, though, dude, is the ultimate.
I was just gonna say that. You stole the words right out of my mouth.
It is literally giving.
Is the ultimate significance, whether it be time, money, anything.
Yep, and I was going to say, just a lot of people don't have the money to give, which you don't need it.
You don't need it.
You don't need it. If you just look for opportunities, they're all over the place.
So much.
They're right in front of you.
You get so much more in return when you give. We always tell our kids they know this. Like, we have preached this for years. Do not be a taker, be a giver. If it's your last dollar, if it's your last, pair of shoes, give it. Give.
That's something that people don't understand, just the laws of nature and the laws of life. For every action, there's an opposite but equal reaction. And if you want to receive something, you must give it.
The universe.
Dude, it's the universe. It pays you back. If you want money, give away money. You want smiles, give away smiles. You want energy, give away good energy. You like whatever you want, just keep giving it. It doesn't mean I'm going to give $10 and someone's going to return 20. That may not happen for years and years, but as long as you keep giving and giving and giving, the universe wants to give back. And if you want to build wealth, if you want to build purpose, whatever it is you're trying to build and you're trying to get, the way to do it is by, challenging yourself to move to a higher level and then give it. And as we kind of started in the beginning of this, it's leadership, man. You can be a leader. You can find a lot of value, a lot of purpose and significance in just being a leader.
Boom.
Anyway, let's wrap this shit up. Let's get this show on the road. Oh, we didn't talk about what we were drinking because we're not drinking, but we didn't tell anyone where to follow us. You want to do that?
Yeah, you can find us on all the socials, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. If you listen, which I hope you do, find us on Apple, Spotify. Tell a friend, be a friend, and let's grow this thing.
All that shit. We appreciate you all. Thank you, honey. Thank you for coming back to the show today.
I'm happy to be back.
You going to come back again on Friday?
Yeah. I might be dead by then.
Well, we'll do an update. We'll get you back on the show. Anyhow, we appreciate all your love and support. And as always, find your purpose, serve your purpose, and protect your purpose, people. Peace.